quick reflection, because I just wrote something and there's more to say about some of the underpinnings beneath it. Happy spring. It's so nice out. There's butterflies back there. Maybe they'll appear. Okay, so I've been realizing that one of the things I think I've developed is other people can't send me to hell. And I have been thinking so much in interfaith settings about the violence of damnation practice. Because if you have this exclusivism in your heart, I think it'll lead to certain habit patterns. If you think that God has chosen you and your people and people like you, especially if that's kind of centered and steeped in whiteness and the construct of whiteness, bad stuff is going to happen. And worse stuff is going to happen if you believe that other people are damned. Because treating people like they're going to hell, I think, will only create the impact of abuse. So if we're thinking about ethical interfaith work and really ethical personhood, like being a decent human these days, you can't damn anybody to hell. Because we can tell. We can tell when you don't think other people are going to heaven. I can tell in some of my Christian colleagues who I can pretty much see quickly as an evangelical, like who believes that they're the only ones going to heaven and who believes that we don't know. And there is a way to be a Christian and be speculative about salvation. So this thing about damnation practice, saying I'm going to heaven, you need to follow what I follow or believe what I believe or have as much money as me or do what I do, and worst, like that's the coercive version, like do what I say and do so that you can go to my heaven, that's evil. That's not what Jesus did. That's not Christian at all. And that's certainly not going to work in any interfaith setting. So underneath all of this wartime we're in, I think there's a really, really important conversation the American church has to have around damnation. If you believe that other folks are damned, you're not interfaith, you're not decent, and I don't think you're a Christian. I think you're pretending to be God. Because if we have the certainty in our minds of who's going to heaven and who's not, that means that we're God. That's a really bad faith interpretation of the garden mythos and the Adam and Eve of it all. Like, no, that's not what it's saying. It's about having knowledge and consciousness of oneself. It's not knowing who's going to heaven or hell. That's God's business. We can't know. Our job is to not know who's going to heaven and who's going to hell. That's God's business. If God is sentient of anything, which is a wild speculation, it has to be the mystery of it all. And so, Christians, let's not know, and let's never, ever, ever damn anybody to hell. That's too far. That's actually not the point of it. The point is to love and serve our neighbors as Jesus did. The point is to inherit a life of Christian service from our ancestors who died for this, who struggled for this. The point is to help everybody get through winter so that we can have one day that's not beset by the falling of bombs or the winter storms. We're here to help people. We're not here to be right, American church. All right, I'm off my soapbox. We gotta work on this shit. Come on.